From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad you're here. Because here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career as we take your life to the next level. This is episode number 206, and I call this on Boaz Power TV, Weighing the Value. A couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I read a fascinating book and would like to share a chapter from it. The book was called Value-Based Leadership by a good friend of mine, Ken Major, majorvalues.com. He's an accomplished author, speaker, and college professor. I believe this book contains some valuable lessons that we can all use at work and in our personal lives. The book tells the story of a successful CEO, Rob Reinhardt, who is shaken when he is faced with getting fired. Not because of poor performance, but because of the decay in the moral fabric of his company. Not knowing what to do, he seeks the counsel of a mysterious new friend, Bobby Olson, a former university soccer coach. Now, in a parable-like format, Ken weaves a tale that demonstrates how to apply key elements of leadership based on solid personal values that can be applied in business, personal, and family situations. So, as you read the following chapter excerpt from Ken's book, I believe you will find the valuable point. This is the first time that Rob Reinhardt meets Bobby Olson. The incident takes place after Rob receives a memo about a special board meeting and he feels uneasy about that. So this is chapter 5 of Ken's fascinating book. Rob left the office at 4:45 and drove to the soccer field. He was down in the dumps. It wasn't his nature to feel like this. Why a special board meeting now? Rob had a tough time concentrating on his son's participation in the game. He was lost in thought. "Say, isn't that your son wearing number 3? Asked a distant voice. "Yup, that's my boy Jimmy," Rob answered without looking to his right, where the old man's deep voice was coming from. "Well, that was a great save he just made, Dad." Rob turned slowly and looked at the gentleman sitting next to him. He had been unaware that anyone was there. The older gent had a thick white beard and was wearing a warm-up jacket with a large V on the left side of the chest that Rob noted was the athletic symbol for the local university, Vicksburg State. He also wore a ball cap with the word coach stitched on the visor. Beneath the visor, Rob could see a set of bushy eyebrows and startling blue eyes. He had never understood the concept of twinkling eyes until this very moment. "Hi, I'm Bobby Olson, but no one ever remembers my name. They just call me Coach." He extended his strong, warm hand, and Rob responded with, "Hello, Coach. I'm Rob Reinhardt, Jimmy's dad." "Yeah, I know. I've been watching all the kids in this league and how the parents encourage the kids. Between you and your wife, you never miss a game. I'd say that's one of the reasons Jimmy is tearing up the turf. He feels your support." "Well, thanks, Coach. We're very proud of Jimmy and want to support him as much as we can. That's one of the reasons I like coming out to watch the young kids, to see if my theory is still valid." He stopped and let his comment hang in the air, anticipating correctly that Rob would not let the theory reference go by. Rob took the bait. "What theory is that, Coach?" "You see, Mr. Reinhardt, when I was coaching at the college level, I took notice of what made teams and individuals great on the field. Once I understood the secret, winning became a piece of cake. We won 4 division championships and had 2 national rankings in my final 6 years at Vicksburg State. It was all about having the right values. Teams that had them won. Teams that didn't have them didn't win. The fun part for me now is to watch the same thing going on with these kids." "Just what do you mean by the right values, Coach? I thought there was just one value in sports: play hard to win." Rob's interest in what the older man had to say was piqued. Well, getting kids to play hard doesn't necessarily produce champions. There are a few more ingredients. Talent, of course, is essential, and many kids have terrific talent, but the wrong attitude. The right attitude is essential for winning. But you know all that, Mr. Reinhardt. The real question is, where does the winning attitude come from? Brilliant coaches, Rob offered. A good try. Flattery will usually get you somewhere, but not this time. Coaches can only recognize and nurture winning attitudes. The attitudes themselves come from within the kids. It's about what they believe in their hearts. It's about knowing what's important, about what's important to them. And these winning beliefs and attitudes come from the personal values the kids hold. Take a look at any team, maybe even your top executive team at Central Plains Foods. If the team is performing well, my bet is that it's because the members have a common sense of what's important. That common sense of what's important is what drives the team. Don't you see it that way, Mr. Reinhardt? Rob wanted to ask Bobby Olson how he knew that he worked at Central Plains and that he had the top team reporting to him. In fact, he suddenly had a whole bunch of questions he wanted to ask Coach. But Rob was distracted by the final whistle, the elated fans, and the players celebrating another victory. Jimmy's team won again, 3-1. He spotted Jimmy and gave him a congratulatory thumbs up and looked over to continue his chat with Mr. Olson, only to see the old gent turn toward Rob and give him a 2-finger V for victory wave as he stepped off of the stands. The twinkle in his eye beyond his Santa Claus beard was clear from 30 feet away. I think the message in this chapter of Ken's book is simple and profound. We will all have more victories in our lives when we clearly define in writing what is important to us in both values and goals. What a message. So, the affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV, it's a value affirmation, and you may want to write it down. A value affirmation. I have clearly defined the values that are important to me. I have clearly defined the values that are important to me. Thank you for joining me. Please do me a favor and forward this to 5 people you know if you like these messages, and many people do, and suggest they go to my website, boazpower.com, where they can subscribe to the free weekly broadcast of Boaz Power TV. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness, and I believe you have some really good values in your life. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a great day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.